Sophia Reyes didn't believe in luck. Luck was for people who had choices, she had survival. The luxury hotel gleamed under Manhattan lights. Marble floors reflected chandeliers that cost more than Sophia would earn in 10 years. She pushed her cleaning cart down the hall, room 3847 next on her list. The penthouse floor was always quiet. Rich people paid for silence. She knocked twice, no answer. Her keycard beeped green. The room was dark. Sophia flipped the switch. Nothing happened. She used her phone's flashlight and stepped inside. The penthouse stretched before her, massive windows showing the city like a painting. Everything was too clean, too perfect. Then she saw the champagne, 2 glasses on the table, one empty, one full. Sophia's stomach twisted. Occupied room, wrong number on her sheet. She turned to leave. The door clicked shut behind her. She spun around. A man stood there, tall, sharp suit despite the late hour, eyes that calculated before they reacted. "I'm sorry," Sophia said quickly. "Wrong room, I'll leave." He didn't move. "You're not supposed to be here." "I know, my supervisor gave me the wrong number, I'll go." He studied her, not like men usually did. He was looking for something specific: threat level, intention, weakness. "What's your name?" Sophia hesitated. Giving names meant becoming visible. "Sophia, I clean rooms, that's all." "That's all," he repeated, like testing the truth of it. He stepped aside. Sophia walked past him, heart hammering. She smelled expensive cologne and something else, danger, the kind that didn't shout. She made it to the elevator, pressed the button 5 times. When the doors closed, she finally breathed. Sophia didn't know his name, didn't want to. In her world, powerful men were earthquakes. You survived by not being there when they struck. She finished her shift, took the subway home to her studio apartment in Queens, deadbolted the door, checked the window locks twice. 3 weeks passed. Sophia forgot his face. Then her body refused to forget. The nausea came first, then the exhaustion, then the missed period. Sophia bought the test from a pharmacy 2 neighborhoods over, waited 3 minutes that felt like hours. Pregnant. Sophia sat on the bathroom floor. No panic. Panic was a luxury. She needed a plan. The father was that man, the penthouse, the wrong room that was somehow exactly right for destroying everything. She could disappear, change cities, raise the child alone. She'd done harder things. But 3 days later he found her. Sophia was leaving work when the black car pulled up, the back window lowered. Same man, same calculated eyes. "Get in," he said. "No." Sophia Reyes, born in Texas, no family on record, been in New York 8 months. "You're pregnant." Her blood went cold. "How do you?" "Get in the car, we need to talk." Sophia looked around, people everywhere, witnesses or people who'd look away. She got in the car. They drove in silence. Finally he spoke. "Sean Blake." "What?" "My name, you should know it." Sophia knew it now. Everyone knew Blake International. Hotels, shipping, money that moved continents. "The baby is mine," Sean said, not a question. "Yes. I'll pay whatever you need, medical bills, housing, the child's education, name your price." Sophia turned to him. "I don't want your money." "Everyone wants money." "I want to be left alone." Sean's jaw tightened. "That's not possible now." "Why not?" He looked at her directly. "Because people know, and in my world that makes you a target." Sophia's hands went cold. "What people?" "The kind who use children as leverage, the kind who'd take you to get to me. Then I'll disappear. They'll find you. Then what do you want?" Sean was quiet for a long moment. Then he said something Sophia never expected. "Marry me." Sophia laughed, bitter, sharp. "You're insane." "I'm practical. My name protects you. My resources keep you safe. The child becomes untouchable." "And what do you get?" "An heir who lives." The car stopped outside Sophia's building. Sean handed her a card, heavy stock, just a phone number. "Think about it," he said. "You have 48 hours before someone else makes the decision for you." Sophia took the card, got out, watched the car disappear into traffic. She went upstairs, locked the door, looked at the card for an hour. Then she called. "I have conditions," Sophia said when Sean answered. "Name them." "I keep working, I keep my life, I'm not your property." "Agreed. And if I ever want to leave?" You leave. Sophia closed her eyes. When? Tomorrow, City Hall at noon. The line went dead. Sophia sat in the dark. She'd walked into the wrong room. Now she was walking into a stranger's life. But something in his voice told her the truth. Sean Blake didn't want to own her. He wanted her to survive. That had to be enough. City Hall was crowded with people celebrating love. Sophia felt like a ghost among them. She wore the same clothes from work. Sean arrived in a suit that probably cost more than her apartment's yearly rent. He brought a lawyer and 2 witnesses Sophia didn't recognize. The ceremony took 11 minutes. When the clerk said, "You may kiss the bride," Sean looked at Sophia. She shook her head slightly. He nodded and shook her hand instead. They signed papers. Sophia became Sophia Blake. The name felt like wearing someone else's skin. Outside, Sean handed her an envelope. New apartment, Midtown, security system, private entrance. I have an apartment. You had an apartment, now you have protection. Sophia opened the envelope, key, address, bank card. The card, she asked. No limit, buy what you need. I don't need anything. You need prenatal care, vitamins, better food, take it. Sophia looked at the card, looked at him. This isn't a marriage, it's a transaction. Yes, Sean said simply, that's why it works. A black SUV pulled up. Sean opened the door. They'll take you to the apartment. I'll have someone move your things tomorrow. Where are you going? Work, there are things I need to handle now that you're visible. Visible? Sean's expression darkened. People noticed you 3 weeks ago, they've been watching since. Now that you're my wife, they'll need to recalculate. What people? People who test boundaries, he checked his watch. Don't leave the apartment alone, not yet. I have a job. You have a job that puts you in public spaces with minimal security. That changes now. Sophia's temper flared. You said I could keep my life. I said I wouldn't own you, I didn't say I'd let you die. Sean's voice stayed level. Give me 2 weeks, let me rebuild the security around you, then we'll talk about work. He got into another car and left. Sophia stood on the sidewalk, her phone buzzed, unknown number, text message, welcome to the family, Mrs. Blake. Her hands went cold. The driver cleared his throat, ma'am. We should go. Sophia got in the SUV. They drove to an apartment building that looked like it housed diplomats. Private garage, elevator that required a key, floor with only 2 units. The apartment was 3 times the size of her studio, floor-to-ceiling windows, kitchen with appliances she didn't recognize, bedroom with a bed that could fit 4 people. It was beautiful. It was a cage. Sophia's things arrived the next morning. Her old furniture looked ridiculous in the space. The delivery men, security, she realized, arranged everything without asking. She tried to leave that afternoon. The elevator required a code she didn't have. Sophia called Sean, I'm locked in. You're protected. Same thing right now. Code is your birthday, front desk has your photo, they'll call if anyone asks for you. I'm a prisoner. You're alive, there's a difference. Sean hung up. Sophia paced, then she noticed the laptop on the counter, post-it note for you. She opened it, already logged in, email account in her name, calendar, contacts. 1 email waiting, subject your options. She clicked. Sophia. I know this feels like control, it's not, it's time for threats to reveal themselves, time for me to eliminate problems before they reach you. You want independence, I'm giving you preparation. Below are 3 job offers, remote work, all legitimate companies, all Blake adjacent but not Blake owned. Choose one or find your own, I'll support either. You also have access to education funds, GED programs if you want, college if you want, technical training, your choice. This marriage is paper, but the protection is real. The threats are real. Trust me for 2 weeks, then decide if I'm the enemy. Yes. Below were 3 job listings, customer service, data entry, translation services, all flexible hours, all above minimum wage. Sophia stared at the screen. He was giving her choices inside the cage. That was more than most men offered. She picked the translation work, Spanish to English. She was fluent in both, started immediately. The work was easy, the isolation was not. Days passed. Sophia saw no one except the security guard who brought groceries she didn't order. She worked, slept, watched the city from windows she couldn't open. On day 9, someone knocked. Sophia checked the camera screen by the door. A woman, professional, carrying a medical bag. Dr. Chen, the woman said, "Your husband sent me prenatal checkup." Sophia opened the door slowly. Dr. Chen was efficient, kind. She checked Sophia's vitals, did an ultrasound, prescribed vitamins. "Everything looks good," she said. "You're about 8 weeks due in late spring." "Did he pay you to say that?" Dr. Chen smiled. "He paid me to tell the truth. The baby is healthy, you're healthy, but you're stressed." "I'm locked in an apartment." "You're protected in an apartment, there's a difference." Everyone kept saying that. Dr. Chen packed her bag. "He's not what you think." "You don't know what I think." "I know that look, trapped animal, I had it too once." She headed for the door. "Sean Blake has many flaws, but he keeps his promises. If he said 2 weeks, he meant it." She left. Sophia sat in the silence. On day 14, Sean returned. He looked tired, thinner, like he hadn't slept. "It's done," he said. "What's done?" "The immediate threats, 3 separate problems, all handled." "How?" "You don't want those details." Sophia studied him. "Did you kill anyone?" "No, but I made them wish I had." He handed her a new phone. "Yours to keep, no tracking, but security team has the number for emergencies." "Can I leave?" "Yes, but not alone, not yet." "How long?" "Until you learn to see what I see." Sophia frowned. "What do you see?" Sean walked to the window, pointed at the street below. "That car, gray sedan, hasn't moved in 3 days. That man at the coffee cart, same one, same spot, 4 days running. The woman in the building across. She photographs this window every morning." Sophia looked, saw everything he described. "They're watching you," Sean said, "trying to establish patterns, weaknesses. You need to see them first." "So teach me." Sean turned, surprised. "Teach me," Sophia repeated. "You want me safe, make me dangerous." Something shifted in Sean's expression. "Respect maybe." "Okay," he said, "we start tomorrow." He left. Sophia looked out the window, found the gray car, the man, the woman. She was being hunted. So she'd learned to hunt back. Sean arrived at 6 a.m. Sophia was already awake. "Rule 1," he said, "trust your instinct before your eyes." They started with basics: how to spot surveillance, how to vary routes, how to read reflections instead of faces. Sean was patient, methodical. He treated her like an asset, not a wife. Sophia preferred it that way. "Why are they watching?" she asked on day 3. "To see if you matter, if hurting you hurts me." "Do I matter?" Sean looked at her. "You're carrying my child, that's leverage, that's value. In my world, value makes you currency." "That's sick." "That's reality." They practiced in controlled environments, shopping districts, train stations, parks, always with security nearby, always testing her awareness. Sophia learned quickly. She had to. Her life had always demanded fast adaptation. By week 2, she could identify 3 out of 5 tales. By week 3, she spotted them all. "Good," Sean said, "now you're ready." "For what?" "To work." The hotel job was gone. Sophia knew it would be, but Sean had arranged something else. Event coordinator for Blake International Properties, public-facing, visible, deliberate. "You're making me bait," Sophia said. "I'm making you real. Bait hides. You'll be protected but present. That's how we control the narrative." Sophia started the next Monday. The work was demanding: corporate events, charity galas, high-profile guests. She coordinated vendors, managed schedules, solved problems. She was good at it. People noticed. The first attack came soft: a vendor cancellation 2 hours before an event. Sophia called backups, fixed it. No one knew there'd been a problem. The second was sharper: a stolen keycard, access to restricted areas. Sophia noticed the pattern, reported it. Security found the thief. The third was personal. Someone accused her of theft. A guest's diamond bracelet missing from a room Sophia had inspected. Security footage showed her entering, not leaving with anything, but the bracelet was gone. The guest demanded a search, public, humiliating. Sophia stood in the hotel lobby, 50 people watching, security approaching. Then Sean walked in. He didn't rush, didn't shout, just walked straight to Sophia, stood beside her. Problem, he asked the head of security. Mrs. Blake is accused of theft, we need to conduct a search. No, Sean said simply. Sir, the guest insists. The guest can insist to the police, with lawyers, and a lawsuit for defamation, or the guest can check her luggage more carefully. Silence. The guest's face went red, she opened her purse, checked again, the bracelet was there, she'd missed it. No apology, she just left. Sean turned to Sophia, you good? Yes. He walked away. The message was clear, Sophia Blake was untouchable. But the attacks didn't stop, they evolved. A car followed her home, she noticed, took alternate routes, security intercepted. A stranger approached her at a coffee shop, asked too many questions. Sophia excused herself, noticed the man didn't follow. Then came the envelope. It arrived at the apartment, no return address. Inside was a photo, Sophia as a child, maybe 5 years old, standing with people she didn't recognize. On the back, one word, remember. Sophia's hands shook, she'd never seen this photo, never had pictures from childhood. She called Sean. He arrived within 20 minutes, studied the photo, his expression went cold. What is this? Sophia asked. Someone knows who you were. I don't understand. Sean looked at her. Sophia, what do you remember about your childhood? Foster homes, different families, moving a lot. Before that? Nothing, I was told I was abandoned at 4 years old. Sean pulled out his phone, made a call, spoke in clipped sentences, hung up. We need to run your DNA, he said. Why? Because someone went to a lot of trouble to erase you, and now they want you to remember. 3 days later, Sean returned with a file, thick, official seals, he looked like he'd been punched. Sophia, he said carefully, you weren't abandoned. What? You were taken, hidden, your name wasn't always Ray's. Sophia sat down, the room tilted. Your real name is Sophia Morales. The name meant nothing, then everything. Morales, the family, old money, political connections, international reach. That's impossible, Sophia whispered. DNA doesn't lie, you're the daughter of Alina Morales. She died 18 years ago, you disappeared the same year, everyone assumed you died too. Who took me? We don't know yet, but someone buried your identity, changed your records, made you disappear. Why? Sean's jaw tightened. In families like the Morales, children are inheritance, power, threat, someone benefited from you being gone. Sophia felt sick, so what now? Now we find out who, and why they want you visible again. Maybe they don't, maybe this is a threat. No, Sean held up the photo, this is a test, they're watching how you react, what you do with the information. What should I do? Nothing yet, let them think you don't care, let them think you're just my wife, nothing more. Sophia looked at the little girl in the photo, she looked happy, loved, protected. Then someone had stolen that. I want to know everything, Sophia said. I'm working on it. No, I want to help, this is my life, my past, I deserve to know. Sean studied her, then nodded. Okay, but carefully, whoever erased you once can do it again. Sophia stood, looked out the window, the watchers were still there, but now she understood. They weren't just watching Sean Blake's wife. They were watching Sophia Morales. The girl who wasn't supposed to exist. The Morales file consumed Sophia's thoughts. Sean had his people dig deeper, birth certificates, hospital records, school enrollment, everything pointed to the same truth, Sophia Morales had existed, then didn't. The transition happened over 6 months, records were altered, a fake death certificate appeared, a child matching her description entered the foster system under a different name. Professional work, expensive, deliberate. Someone inside the family did this, Sean said. Had to be this level of access, this kind of clean erasure, only family could manage it. Sophia sat at the kitchen table, photos spread before her. Alina Morales, her mother, beautiful, elegant, died in a car accident when Sophia was 4. How did she die? Sophia asked. Single car accident, rainy night, ran off a bridge. Sean paused. The investigation was closed quickly. Too quickly. I don't know yet. Sophia picked up another photo. A man, handsome, cold eyes. Who's this? Marcus Morales, your uncle, Elena's brother. He took control of the family after your grandfather died. When? 6 months before your mother's accident. Sophia's stomach dropped. That's not a coincidence. No, it's not. They sat in silence, then Sophia asked the question that had been building. Are they dangerous? Sean looked at her directly. The Morales family controls port operations from Boston to Miami. They own politicians, judges, police. They don't get their hands dirty. They don't need to. So yes. Yes. Sophia closed the file. I want to meet them. Absolutely not. Sean. Sophia, these people made you disappear once. You show up now, pregnant, married to me. You're a threat to whatever power structure they've built. Maybe they don't know I'm alive. They know that photo didn't appear by accident. Someone in that family is watching. The question is whether they want you back or gone. Sophia stood, paced. Everything she'd built, her survival, her invisibility was crumbling. I can't hide forever. You're not hiding, you're being strategic. I'm being controlled. Sean's expression hardened. I'm keeping you alive. You're keeping me locked down, there's a difference. They stared at each other. Finally, Sean said, what do you want? Answers, real ones, not speculation. I want to know who took my life away. And if you don't like what you find, then at least I'll know. Sean was quiet for a long moment, then he pulled out his phone, made a call. His voice was careful, controlled. Tell Marcus Morales I have information about his niece. He'll want to meet. He hung up. Sophia's heart hammered. What did you just do? What you asked, but we do this my way, controlled environment, my security, public location, and I'm with you the entire time. When? They'll call back within an hour. These people don't waste time. They didn't. 30 minutes later, Sean's phone rang. He answered, listened. His expression gave nothing away. Friday, the Gramercy Hotel, private dining room, noon, just Marcus. She won't come if he brings an army. He listened more, then, she's my wife, she's pregnant, and she's not negotiating. He wants to meet, those are the terms. He ended the call. Friday. Sean said he agreed. Sophia's mouth went dry. What if he's the one who? Then we'll know and we'll handle it. The next 3 days crawled. Sophia couldn't focus on work, couldn't sleep properly. Her mind kept returning to that photo, that little girl who'd been happy once. Thursday night, Sean gave her a small device. It looked like a button. Panic button, he said. Press it, security comes immediately, no matter what's happening. You think I'll need it? I think we prepare for everything. Friday arrived. Sophia dressed carefully, professional but not expensive. She wanted to look capable, not like Blake Money. They drove to the hotel. Sean's security arrived first, swept the room, checked exits, then they were cleared. The private dining room was elegant, windows overlooking the park, 1 table, 3 chairs. Marcus Morales was already there. He looked like the photos, silver hair, expensive suit, eyes that calculated everything. But when he saw Sophia, something flickered, genuine emotion, shock maybe. Elena, he whispered. Sophia, she corrected. Marcus stood, approached slowly, like she might disappear. You look exactly like her, your mother. Sophia didn't move. I wouldn't know, I don't remember her. Pain crossed his face, real or performed, Sophia couldn't tell. Please, Marcus said, sit, let's talk. They sat. Sean positioned himself slightly behind Sophia, present but not hovering. Marcus studied her. When I heard you were alive, I didn't believe it. We mourned you, buried an empty casket. Who's we? The family, your aunt's cousins. You were loved, Sophia. Someone didn't love me enough, someone made me disappear. Marcus's expression darkened. What have you been told? That I was erased, deliberately, professionally, that only family could have managed it. And you think I did this? Did you? Marcus leaned back, measured his words. Your mother's death devastated me. You were all I had left of her. When you vanished weeks later, I searched for years, spent millions, found nothing. Convenient, Sean said quietly. Marcus's eyes shifted to him, cold now. Mr. Blake, I respect your position, but this is family business. She's my wife, that makes it my business. Marcus looked between them, calculating. How did you find her? I didn't, she found me. And you married her, knowing nothing about her. I married her because she needed protection. Your family provided enough evidence why. The tension could have been cut with a knife. Sophia spoke up. I don't remember you, I don't remember any of you. My first memory is a foster home in Houston. I was 5, they told me I had no family. Marcus's hands tightened on the table. Someone stole you from us. Or someone in your family wanted me gone. Not me, I swear it. Then who? Marcus was quiet, too quiet. You know something, Sophia said. I have suspicions, no proof. Tell me. Not here, not now. There are things you need to understand first. Context, history. Come to Boston, meet the family properly. Let me show you who we are. So you can control the narrative, Sean asked. So she can see the truth with her own eyes. Sophia felt pulled in two directions. Marcus seemed genuine, but so did every predator before they struck. I'll think about it, Sophia said. Sophia. I said I'll think about it. Marcus stood slowly, handed her a card, heavy stock, just a number. When you're ready, your family, you're owed answers and inheritance and protection. He left. Sophia and Sean sat in silence. He's lying, Sean finally said. About what? I don't know yet, but something. Sophia looked at the card, family, the word felt foreign. What do you want to do? Sean asked. Sophia pocketed the card, find the truth whatever it costs. Even if it destroys them. Especially then. They left the hotel. On the street, Sophia noticed a man watching, not security, not hostile, just familiar. He looked like her. Before she could react, he was gone. Sean, she said quietly, I think I just saw my cousin. Sean immediately scanned the area. Where? He's gone. But Sophia knew what she'd seen. The Morales family was closing in. And her quiet life was about to end. The man Sophia saw on the street haunted her thoughts. He had her eyes, her chin, the same way of standing like he was ready to disappear. Sean ran facial recognition through every camera in a 3-block radius. Nothing, whoever he was, he knew how to avoid surveillance. It was deliberate, Sean said 2 days later. He wanted you to see him. Why? To make you curious, to make you want answers only they can give. Sophia sat at the kitchen table. The card Marcus gave her was still in her pocket. She'd touched it 100 times without calling. They're waiting, Sean continued. The longer you wait, the more desperate they think you are. Maybe I am desperate. You're careful, there's a difference. Sophia looked at him. What would you do? Sean was quiet, then he said, I'd go, but I'd control every variable I could. How? We go together, we stay in my property, we meet on neutral ground, and we leave the moment anything feels wrong. You think something will go wrong? I think families like the Morales don't invite people back without reason, and reasons mean agendas. Sophia made the call that night. Marcus answered on the first ring, like he'd been waiting. Sophia, I hoped you'd call. I want answers. You'll have them. When can you come? This weekend, but I have conditions. Marcus paused. Go on. I stay in my own accommodation, I choose the meeting locations, and my husband comes with me. That's not necessary. Those are my terms. Another pause, longer this time. Agreed, I'll have my assistant send details. One more thing, the man who's been following me, the one who looks like family, I want to meet him too. Silence. Marcus. That would be Adrian, my son, your cousin. Sophia's chest tightened. Why is he following me? He's curious, your family he never knew existed. Tell him to stop hiding. I will see you this weekend, Sophia. The line went dead. Sean booked a suite at a Blake property in Boston, top floor, private elevator, security on every exit. They arrived Friday afternoon. The city felt different from New York, older, more controlled. Money here didn't shout, it whispered. Marcus sent a car at 6. It took them to a restaurant Sophia recognized from magazines, the kind where reservations took months. They had the entire back room. Marcus sat at the head of a long table. Beside him was an older woman, elegant and sharp-eyed. Next to her, a younger man, Adrian. He looked exactly like the man from the street. Sophia, Marcus stood. Thank you for coming. This is your Aunt Teresa, and you've already seen Adrian. Teresa studied Sophia like an art appraiser. You have Alina's face exactly. Sophia sat, Sean remained standing until she was settled, then took the chair beside her. Let's skip the pleasantries, Sophia said. I want to know what happened, all of it. Marcus nodded slowly. Fair enough, but first you need to understand the family, our history, what was at stake. I don't care about stakes, I care about who took my life. They're connected, Teresa said. Her voice was cold, factual. Your grandfather built this family from nothing, 3 generations of work. When he died, everything should have passed to your mother. She was the eldest. But it didn't, Sophia asked. No, Marcus said, because your mother married the wrong man. Your father was an outsider, no connections, no legacy, just love. The way he said love made it sound like a disease. Grandfather was furious, Teresa continued. He threatened to disinherit her. She didn't care. She left the family, married your father, had you. For 4 years, we barely saw her. Then grandfather died, Marcus said, and everything changed. Sophia felt Sean tense beside her. This was the center of it. The will left everything to Alina, Marcus continued. Despite the estrangement, despite her choices, she was still the heir. You didn't like that, Sean said quietly. Marcus met his eyes. No, I didn't. I'd spent 15 years running this family's operations while my sister played house, and I was expected to hand it all over because of birth order. So what did you do? Sophia asked. I negotiated. I offered Alina a settlement, money, properties, freedom to live however she wanted, in exchange for control of the business. And she refused. She accepted. Alina never wanted this life. She took the money, signed the papers, and disappeared with your father and you. Sophia frowned. Then why did she die? Marcus's expression darkened, because 6 months later she changed her mind. The room went cold. What do you mean? Sophia asked. Teresa answered. She came back, said she'd made a mistake, that the money wasn't enough. She wanted back in, wanted to raise you in the family, wanted you to inherit. You must have been terrified, Sean said, not a question, an accusation. Marcus didn't deny it. I'd spent 6 months restructuring everything, consolidating power, making deals that depended on my control. If Alina came back, it all collapsed. So you killed her, Sophia said. No, Marcus's voice was sharp. I didn't kill my sister. But someone did. Marcus looked away. The accident was investigated, ruled accidental. I had no involvement. But you benefited, Sean pressed. Yes, I did. Sophia felt sick. What about me? Why did I disappear? Adrian spoke for the first time. His voice was quieter than Sophia expected. Because you were the proof. Everyone looked at him. The proof that Alina was serious, Adrian continued. That she wanted back in. As long as you existed, you were a claim to everything, a threat. So someone erased me, Sophia said. Marcus stood, walked to the window. I don't know who, that's the truth. After Alina died, you vanished within weeks. I searched. I assumed your father took you and ran. My father, Sophia's voice cracked. I don't even know who he was. His name was David Reyes, Teresa said. He died 2 years after Alina, drug overdose. Sophia's hands went cold. She'd been 7, in her 3rd foster home. That's when I assumed you'd died too, Marcus said. No one could find you. The trail went completely cold, professional erasure. Inside job, Sean said. Marcus nodded. Had to be someone with access to our resources, our connections, someone who wanted you gone permanently. Who benefited most? Sophia asked. Marcus turned, looked at his son. Adrian went pale. You can't be serious. You were 12 when she died, Marcus said. Old enough to understand what Sophia meant, that if she grew up she'd inherit instead of you. I was a child. But I wasn't, Teresa said quietly. Everyone stared at her. Teresa's expression didn't change. I was the executor of Alina's estate. I had access to everything, records, contacts, money, and I knew that Sophia's existence threatened my son's future. Sophia couldn't breathe. Did you kill my mother? She whispered. No, the accident was real. I checked the police report myself. I wanted to be sure Marcus hadn't done something reckless. But you took me. No, I hired people to remove you, to erase you, to give Adrian a clear path to inheritance. The room was silent. Sean's hand moved to his phone. Security would be listening. Why are you telling me this? Sophia asked. Because you're back, Teresa said, and you deserve the truth. I won't apologize. I did what I thought was necessary, but I won't lie to you either. Marcus looked shattered. Teresa, what have you done? What you didn't have the courage to do, what Adrian was too young to understand. I protected this family. Sophia stood, her legs shook but held. You destroyed my life. I gave you a different one. You survived. You're strong, maybe stronger than you would have been here. That's not your decision to make. Teresa finally showed emotion, anger. In this world, Sophia, everything is someone's decision. Your mother decided to come back. I decided to stop her claim. You decided to marry Blake. Every choice has consequences. Sean stepped forward. This conversation is over. No, Sophia said. One more question. Did Marcus know? Everyone looked at Marcus. He met Sophia's eyes. No, I swear it. I wanted you found, brought back. Teresa acted without telling me. Would you have stopped her? Marcus hesitated, just a second too long. That was answer enough. Sophia walked out. Sean followed. The car was waiting. They drove in silence. Finally, Sophia spoke. She's not going to face consequences, is she? Not legal ones. Too much time, too much money, too many connections. Then what? Sean looked at her. That depends on what you want. Sophia thought about the little girl in that photo. Happy, loved, stolen. I want them to know I survived despite them, that I'm not afraid, that I won't disappear again. Then we make you visible, completely, undeniably present. How? We fight them where they live, business, reputation, power. We don't destroy them with violence, we dismantle them with exposure. Sophia looked out the window at Boston's old money streets. When do we start? Tomorrow. But Sophia knew the real war had already begun. And this time she wasn't disappearing. Sean made calls all night. Sophia heard his voice through the hotel's suite walls, controlled, deliberate, building something. By morning he had a plan. Teresa used family resources to erase you, he said over coffee. That means records, payments, communications, paper trails buried but not destroyed. Can we find them? Already did. I had my people digging while we were at dinner. The moment Teresa confessed, I knew we'd need evidence. He showed her the laptop, bank transfers from a Morales account to a private investigator, then to a lawyer specializing in identity changes, then to foster care agencies. All dated 18 years ago. All authorized by Teresa Morales. This is enough to destroy her, Sean said. Sophia stared at the screen, but not legally. No, the statute of limitations passed, but in their world, this is worse than prison. This is scandal, exposure, loss of reputation. What do we do with it? We give her a choice. She steps down from all family positions, transfers her shares to you, publicly apologizes, or we release everything. Sophia felt the weight of it, and if she refuses, then we burn it all down. They called Marcus first. He answered immediately. Sophia, about last night. Meet us today, noon. Bring Teresa and Adrian, same restaurant. What is this about? Your sister's confession, and what happens next? Silence. Then we'll be there. The restaurant was empty this time. No staff, no witnesses, just the family and Sophia's new reality. Teresa sat like a queen at trial, unbothered, unafraid. Sean placed a folder on the table. Everything Teresa did to erase Sophia, names, dates, amounts, communications, all of it documented. Marcus opened the folder, his face went white. This is, he started. Proof, Sean finished, legal proof, public proof. Adrian looked at his mother. You kept records. I kept insurance, Teresa said calmly, in case anyone ever questioned my decisions. That insurance is now evidence, Sean said. Teresa finally showed concern. What do you want? Sophia gets to decide, Sean said. All eyes turned to her. Sophia had thought about this all night. Revenge was easy, justice was harder. I want 3 things, she said. First, you resign from all positions in the Morales family business, every board, every committee, every position of power. Teresa's jaw tightened. Second, you transfer your shares to me, all of them. I become a voting member of this family with real power. That's Marcus started. Non-negotiable, Sean interrupted. Third, Sophia continued, you publicly acknowledge what you did, not legally, I know that's impossible, but to this family, to everyone at this table, you admit you stole my childhood. Teresa stood, absolutely not. Then we release everything, Sean said. Every document, every payment, every name, the press will destroy you, your friends will abandon you, your legacy becomes child trafficking. I protected this family. You committed a crime, Marcus shouted, against my sister's child, against Sophia. And you benefited, Teresa shot back. Don't act innocent, Marcus, you got everything you wanted when Alina died. I didn't want this, I wanted a solution, not a disappearance. They argued like Sophia wasn't there, like her life was a business problem they could negotiate. Sophia stood, stop. Everyone went quiet. I'm not asking, Sophia said. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Teresa resigns, transfers her shares, admits the truth, or I spend the rest of my life dismantling everything you built, every business deal, every relationship, every secret. I'll make it my purpose. She looked at each of them. I survived foster care, poverty, erasure. You think I can't survive a war with this family? I have nothing to lose, you have everything. Teresa sat down slowly, defeated. How long do I have? 48 hours, Sean said. After that we file everything with the press. Marcus looked at Sophia. This is really what you want, to tear the family apart. You tore it apart 18 years ago. I'm just making sure everyone knows. They left. In the car, Sophia's hands finally shook. Sean noticed. You did good, he said. I threatened my own family. They stopped being family when Teresa erased you. Sophia looked out the window. What if she doesn't agree? Then we go to war and we win. 48 hours crawled by. Sophia couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. She kept imagining Teresa refusing, everything going public, the media circus, the investigations. Sean worked constantly, preparing backup plans, securing documents, building walls around Sophia in case Teresa retaliated. The call came on hour 47. Marcus, not Teresa. She agrees, he said, his voice sounded tired, old. All of it. All of it, she's drafting the resignation now, the share transfer will happen through lawyers, and tonight she'll tell the family, everyone, what she did. Sophia closed her eyes, good. Sophia, I need you to know something. What? I failed you as an uncle, as family, I should have protected you, instead I let my ambition blind me to what Teresa was doing. You didn't know. I should have known, I should have asked harder questions, searched longer, I'm sorry. Sophia didn't know what to say, sorry didn't bring back 18 years. I'll make it right, Marcus continued, however I can, however long it takes. Just keep your family away from me, Sophia said. What about Adrian? Sophia paused, what about him? He wants to meet you, properly, not as a shadow on the street, he's angry at his mother, wants to understand who you are. I don't know if I can. Think about it, please, he's not responsible for what Teresa did, he was a child. Sophia hung up. That night, Teresa addressed the family. Marcus sent Sophia a recording, she almost didn't watch it. But she needed to see it, needed to know it was real. The video showed a formal dining room, 30 people, aunts, uncles, cousins, the entire Morales family. Teresa stood at the head of the table. 18 years ago, she began, I made a decision, I believed it was necessary, I believed it protected this family, I was wrong. She told them everything, the erasure, the payments, the stolen identity, Sophia's disappearance. The room erupted, shouting, accusations, disbelief. Marcus silenced them, it's true, we have proof. Teresa has resigned all positions and transferred her shares, this family will survive this, but we will acknowledge what was done. An older woman stood, where is Sophia now? Safe, Marcus said, and she wants nothing to do with us, I don't blame her. Can we meet her, someone else asked. That's her choice, not ours, we lost that right. The video ended. Sophia sat in silence. Sean found her on the balcony an hour later, you okay? I don't know, I thought I'd feel better, vindicated something. What do you feel? Empty, like I won but lost anyway. Sean sat beside her. Teresa took something you can't get back, no amount of shares or resignations fixes that. Then why did we do this? Because she can't do it to anyone else, because the family knows the truth, because you're not invisible anymore. Sophia looked at the city lights. I'm tired, Sean. I know. I want to go home. We will tomorrow. No, I mean really home, wherever that is. Sean was quiet, then he said, maybe home is something you build, not something you find. Sophia thought about that, about the apartment in New York, the job she'd started, the life she was creating despite everything. Maybe, she said. Her phone buzzed, unknown number, text message. She almost ignored it. But something made her look. It was Adrian. I know you don't want to hear from me, I understand, but my mother destroyed your life to protect mine. That's not protection. That's murder of who you could have been. I'm sorry, I know sorry means nothing, but I need you to know I'm not her. I don't want what she did. If you ever want to talk, I'm here. No pressure, no expectations, just family, real family. Adrian. Sophia showed Sean. What do you think? She asked. I think he's either genuine or very smart. That doesn't help. I think you don't have to decide now, you can take your time, figure out who you want in your life. Sophia put the phone away. But she didn't delete the message. They flew back to New York the next morning. The apartment felt different, safer, like coming back to something she'd built instead of something she'd been given. Sean helped her unpack, then he hesitated at the door. What? Sophia asked. The shares Teresa transferred, they're worth millions, they give you real power in the family, what are you going to do with that? Sophia hadn't thought about it. I don't know. You could sell them, walk away rich, never think about the Morales family again. Or you could keep them, use your vote, change things from inside. Sophia sat on the couch. I don't want revenge anymore. What do you want? She thought about the little girl in the photo, about all the years stolen, about the life she'd built anyway. I want to matter, not because of my name or my shares or my family, because of what I do, who I am. Sean smiled, then do that. He left. Sophia sat alone in the apartment. Her phone buzzed again, this time Marcus. The shares are official, you're now a voting member of the Morales family. Welcome back, Sophia. She stared at the message. Welcome back. Like she'd ever belonged in the first place. But maybe that was the point, maybe she got to decide what belonging meant now. Sophia opened her laptop, started researching the Morales family businesses, their investments, their operations. If she had power, she'd use it. But on her terms. Not theirs. 3 weeks passed. Sophia attended her first Morales family board meeting remotely, a video call, 20 faces she didn't recognize, all watching her like she was a curiosity. She voted against a development deal in Miami. Marcus had supported it, her vote blocked it. The room went silent. After the meeting, Marcus called. That was a statement. That was a vote. The deal displaced low-income families. I don't support that. This is business, Sophia, not charity. Business built on my stolen shares. I'll vote however I want. She hung up. The next day, someone leaked to the press. Morales' heir returns from dead. Sophia's face was everywhere, her story, the erasure, Teresa's role, everything. Sean found her staring at her phone. You okay? They made me a headline. You were always going to be a headline, better to control it than run from it. But Sophia felt exposed, vulnerable, like everyone was watching again. The attention brought other consequences. Paparazzi outside the apartment building, reporters calling her office, people recognizing her in coffee shops. And then Adrian showed up. He was waiting in the hotel lobby where Sophia worked, not hiding this time, just sitting, reading a book. When Sophia walked past, he stood. Please don't run, he said, I just want to talk. Sophia stopped. Security was 10 feet away, Sean's people always watching. 5 minutes, she said. They sat in a quiet corner. Adrian looked nervous, nothing like the confident shadow she'd seen before. Thank you for not deleting my message, he said. I haven't answered it either. I know, I don't expect you to, he struggled for words. I need you to know I'm not like her, my mother. I didn't know what she did until that dinner, I swear. You were 12, you inherited because I disappeared, you benefited. I know, and I've spent 3 weeks trying to figure out how to fix that. I can't, there's no fixing it. Sophia studied him. He looked sincere. but Teresa had probably looked sincere too once. What do you want, Adrian? To know you, my cousin, the person who should have grown up beside me. That person doesn't exist, your mother made sure of that. Then I want to know who you became instead. Sophia felt something crack inside. Why? Because your family, real family, not the business kind, not the politics kind, blood family, and I have so few of those left. You have a mother. Adrian's expression darkened. I have a stranger who committed a crime and called it protection. She's moving to Europe, cutting ties. I don't consider her family anymore. Sophia hadn't known that. Teresa's leaving. Next month she can't stay here, not after everything became public. The family tolerates her but doesn't trust her. She destroyed that herself. Good, Sophia said, then felt guilty for saying it. Adrian smiled sadly. You're allowed to be angry, you're allowed to hate us. I don't hate you, I don't know you. Then let me fix that. Coffee, lunch, a walk, whatever you're comfortable with. Sophia should have said no, should have walked away, but something in his voice reminded her of herself, lost, looking for connection. One coffee, she said, that's it. Adrian's face lit up. When? Thursday noon, public place, I choose the location. Deal. He left. Sophia immediately called Sean. I just agreed to meet Adrian. Why? I don't know, maybe because he's the only one who didn't lie to me, or maybe I'm stupid. You're not stupid, but be careful, family is complicated. Everything is complicated. Thursday came too fast. Sophia chose a busy cafe, lots of people, lots of exits, security nearby but not obvious. Adrian arrived early, ordered her favorite drink without asking what it was. She raised an eyebrow. How did you know? I asked the staff at your hotel, they said you order the same thing every morning. That's creepy. Or thorough, he smiled. I can send it back if you want. Sophia sat, took the drink. Talk. About what? Anything, everything. You said you wanted to know me, start with why. Adrian set down his cup. Because I grew up thinking I was an only child, and then I found out I had a cousin, someone who should have been there, someone my mother erased, and I wondered what my childhood would have been like if you'd been in it. Probably the same. I would have been invisible, the disappeared daughter, the scandal. Maybe, or maybe you would have been my best friend. Sophia didn't know how to respond to that. Tell me about growing up, Adrian said. What was it like? Lonely, unstable. I moved between foster homes until I aged out at 18. No permanent family, no roots. I'm sorry. Don't be, it made me strong, made me survive. It shouldn't have had to. They talked for 2 hours. Adrian asked questions, real questions, not about money or shares or family politics, about her life, her interests, her dreams. It was strange, talking to someone who looked like her, who shared her blood, who might have been her friend in another life. When they finished, Adrian asked, can we do this again? Sophia hesitated, then nodded, maybe. I'll take maybe. They met again the next week, then the week after. Each time Sophia learned more about him. Adrian was studying architecture. He hated the family business but felt obligated. He'd grown up under Teresa's expectations, perfect grades, perfect behavior, perfect air. And then you appeared, he said during their fourth coffee, and I realized I could choose something different. What do you mean? You walked away from the family, built your own life, married who you wanted. You're doing it your way. I didn't have a choice. Yes, you did. You could have taken the money and disappeared, but you stayed, you fought, you made them acknowledge what they did. Sophia hadn't thought of it that way. You're braver than me, Adrian said quietly. I'm not brave, I'm stubborn. Same thing sometimes. Sophia found herself smiling. But then things shifted. During their fifth meeting, Adrian asked about Sean. What's your marriage really like? Sophia stiffened. Why do you ask? Because it started as protection, but you're still together. Is it real now? That's personal. I know, sorry, I just wonder if you're happy. I'm safe, that's what matters. That's not the same as happy. Sophia changed the subject, but the question lingered. That night Sean noticed something wrong. Adrian asked about us, about whether our marriage is real. Sean was quiet. What did you tell him? That I'm safe. But not happy. Sophia looked at him, really looked. I don't know what we are. We're partners, that's always been the deal. Is that enough? Sean's expression shifted, something she couldn't read. Do you want it to be more? Sophia's heart pounded, she'd avoided this question for months. I don't know. That's honest. They didn't talk about it again. But Sophia felt something changing between her and Sean, between her and Adrian, between her and the life she was building. The sixth meeting with Adrian happened at a park. They walked, talked about nothing important. Then Adrian said, I have something to tell you, and you're going to be angry. Sophia stopped. What? I've been looking into your mother's accident, Alina's death. I found something. What did you find? Adrian pulled out his phone, showed her a document, the original police report, not the official one, the real one before it was altered. Sophia's blood went cold. Altered. There were inconsistencies, the angles didn't match a simple accident. Someone pushed her investigation toward accidental closure. Who? I don't know yet, but someone with access, someone with power. Sophia grabbed his arm. Are you saying my mother was murdered? I'm saying it's possible, and I'm saying we need to find out the truth. Sophia felt the world tilt. Everything she'd learned, everything Teresa had confessed, it might not be the whole story. Why are you telling me this? Sophia asked. Because you deserve the truth, all of it, even if it destroys what's left of our family. Sophia studied his face, searching for lies, for manipulation, for hidden agendas. She found none. Help me, she said, help me find out what really happened. Adrian nodded. I will, I promise. They made a plan, quiet investigation, no family involvement, just the two of them. But as Sophia walked away, she felt the familiar sensation, being watched. She turned, saw a man across the street, not security, not Adrian's people. Someone else. The man smiled, then disappeared into the crowd. Sophia called Sean immediately. Someone's watching me again. Describe him. She did. Sean went quiet. That's Marcus's head of security. Why would Marcus be watching me? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. That night Sophia couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about Adrian's discovery, about the possibility that everything was bigger than Teresa's confession. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Stop digging, some truths are better buried. A friend. Sophia's hands shook. Someone knew what they were investigating. And someone wanted them to stop. Sophia forwarded the message to Sean, to Adrian. Then she replied to the unknown number. No, Sophia. 2 minutes later, her apartment building's fire alarm went off. False alarm, security said later, just a malfunction. But Sophia knew better. Someone was sending a message. And the war she thought was over had just begun. Sean moved Sophia to a different location that same night. Not the apartment, not a hotel, a safe house in Queens, unmarked, unknown, secure. How long? Sophia asked. Until we know who sent that message. Adrian arrived an hour later. He looked shaken. I got the same warning, he said, different words, same threat. What did it say? Sophia asked. Your cousin is walking into danger, stop her or lose her. Sean's expression darkened. Someone's watching both of you. Marcus? Sophia asked. Possibly, or someone else in the family who knows what you're investigating. Adrian sat down heavily. I've been thinking, if Alina's death wasn't an accident, who benefits? Marcus gained control, Sophia said. But he didn't need murder, she'd already signed over the business, he had what he wanted. Sean pulled up files on his laptop. Unless she was going to challenge the agreement, take it back somehow. She couldn't, Adrian said, legal contracts ironclad. Unless she had leverage, Sophia said quietly, something that could void the contract. They all looked at each other. What kind of leverage? Adrian asked. Sean typed rapidly. Fraud, coercion, illegal activity. If Marcus did something wrong to get her signature, the whole agreement collapses. Do we have proof? Sophia asked. Not yet, but if it exists, it would be in Alina's personal files, documents she kept separate from the family. Where would those be? Adrian straightened. Her storage unit. After she died, Marcus couldn't access it. Private rental under her maiden name. The family forgot about it. You knew about this? Sean asked sharply. I found the rental agreement years ago. In my mother's things, I never looked into it, didn't seem important. It's important now, Sophia said. Where is it? New Jersey, about an hour from here. Sean made calls, arranged security, verified the location. By morning, they had a plan. The storage facility was old, rows of identical units behind chain-link fence. Unit 237 was marked with Alina's maiden name. Adrian had the key. It had been in Teresa's safe. He'd taken it before she left for Europe. The lock turned, the door rolled up. Inside was a life in boxes. Photo albums, clothes, furniture, everything Alina had owned before she died. Sophia's chest tightened. This was her mother's world, the one she'd never known. They searched methodically. Sean checked for hidden compartments. Adrian sorted through documents. Sophia looked through photo albums. She found herself as a baby, as a toddler, happy, loved, with a man who must have been her father. David Reyes, Adrian said, looking over her shoulder. Your father, he loved you, you can see it. Sophia touched the photo. She had no memory of him. Found something, Sean called. He held a lockbox, small, heavy, locked. Adrian tried keys, none worked. Sean broke it open. Inside were documents, letters, and a recording device, old-fashioned tape recorder. What is this? Sophia asked. Sean pressed play. Alina's voice filled the storage unit. If you're hearing this, something has happened to me. I need this recorded. I need the truth known. Sophia's breath caught. Marcus came to me 6 months after father died. He offered me a settlement, $20 million, freedom from the family business, in exchange for my shares and my silence. I accepted because I thought it was fair. I didn't want the business. I wanted my family, David and Sophia, a normal life. But I didn't know what Marcus had done to get control. I didn't know about the offshore accounts, the illegal shipping routes, the money laundering through father's legitimate businesses. Sophia's heart pounded. I found out by accident. A banker made a mistake, sent me documents meant for Marcus. When I saw what he'd built using father's legacy, I was horrified. I confronted him, told him I wanted the business back, that I'd expose everything if he didn't step down. He threatened me, said I'd lose everything, that David would be implicated, that Sophia would grow up knowing her father was connected to criminals. Alina's voice cracked. I don't know what to do. I have copies of everything, bank statements, shipping manifests, communications, it's all here, hidden. If something happens to me, please find this. Please make sure Sophia knows the truth, make sure Marcus faces consequences. I'm scared, not for me, for my daughter, for what they might do to keep me quiet. The recording ended. Silence. Sophia felt tears on her face. She didn't remember starting to cry. She knew, Adrian whispered, she knew they might kill her. Where are the documents? Sean asked. She said they're hidden. They searched again, more carefully, behind boxes, under furniture, inside books. Sophia found it, a false bottom in an old trunk, underneath a sealed envelope. Inside were copies, hundreds of pages, bank records, shipping logs, communications between Marcus and people Sophia didn't recognize. This is enough to destroy him, Sean said, to destroy the entire family business. It's also enough to get us killed, Adrian said. Sophia held the documents. Her mother had died protecting this truth, had died trying to stop Marcus. We need to be smart, Sean said. We make copies, store them in multiple locations, then we decide what to do. What do you mean decide? Sophia asked. We expose him, we turn this over to authorities. And then what? Sean asked. The Morales family is connected, judges, police, politicians, these documents disappear, you disappear, Adrian disappears. So what do? We use them as leverage, the same way Alina tried to, but this time we do it right. How? We give Marcus a choice. He steps down, transfers everything to you, dismantles the illegal operations, or we release everything and let the pieces fall. Adrian shook his head. He'll never agree. He will if he knows we have copies everywhere, if he knows that killing us just triggers the release. Sophia looked at the documents, at her mother's handwriting in the margins, notes, dates, everything documented. We do it tomorrow, she said, before he knows we found this. They left the storage unit, secured the documents in multiple locations: Sean's lawyer, a bank vault, cloud storage with dead man switches. By evening, everything was ready. Sean called Marcus. "We need to meet tonight, it's about Alina." Marcus's voice was cautious. "What about her?" "We found something you need to see." "What kind of something?" "The kind that explains why she died." Long pause. "Where?" "Neutral ground, the same restaurant, 1 hour." Marcus agreed. Sophia, Sean, and Adrian arrived first. Security swept the room. No devices, no weapons, just conversation. Marcus came alone. He looked older than Sophia remembered, tired. "What's this about?" he asked. Sean placed a folder on the table. Alina's insurance, the evidence she gathered before she died. Marcus didn't open it. "What evidence?" "Offshore accounts, money laundering, illegal operations, everything you built using your father's legitimate business as cover." Marcus's face went white. "Alina knew," Sophia said. "She was going to expose you, that's why she wanted back in, not for power, for justice." "And then she died," Adrian added. Marcus opened the folder, scanned the first few pages, his hands shook. "Where did you get this?" "Her storage unit, the one you couldn't access. She left a recording too, explaining everything, naming you specifically." Marcus closed the folder. "What do you want?" "The truth," Sophia said. "Did you kill my mother?" Marcus looked at her, really looked. "No." "Liar." "I'm not lying, I didn't kill Alina, I wouldn't, she was my sister." "But you threatened her." "Yes, I did, I was desperate, she was going to destroy everything I'd built." "Everything you'd stolen," Sean corrected. Marcus didn't deny it. "I made mistakes, cut corners, did things I'm not proud of, but I didn't kill her." "Then who did?" Adrian demanded. Marcus was quiet, too quiet. "You know," Sophia said, "you've known this whole time." Marcus stood, walked to the window. "I have suspicions, no proof." "Tell us." "The night Alina died, she called me, said she was going to the authorities the next day, that she'd given me enough time to fix things and I hadn't, she was done." "What did you do?" "I panicked, called my head of security, told him to delay her, to convince her to wait, to give me one more day." Sophia's blood went cold. "Your head of security?" "James Carr, he's been with the family 30 years, I trusted him completely." "What did he do?" "I don't know, he said he'd handle it." The next morning Alina was dead, car accident, investigation closed quickly. "And you never questioned it?" Sean asked. "I questioned everything, but I had no proof. James said he never saw her. That she must have died before he could reach her." "You believed him?" "I wanted to believe him, because the alternative was that I'd ordered my sister's death without meaning to." Silence filled the room. "Where is James Carr now?" Sophia asked. "Retired, living in Florida, has been for 10 years. "Convenient timing," Sean said. Marcus nodded. "I paid him a generous retirement package, $5 million. He left 2 months after Alina died." "That's hush money," Adrian said. "Or guilt money," Marcus replied. "I've never been sure which." Sophia felt rage building. "You've known for 18 years that your security chief might have killed my mother and you did nothing." "What could I do? No proof, no witnesses, just suspicions." "You could have investigated." "I did, privately, quietly, found nothing concrete." James covered his tracks well. Sean leaned forward. "But now we have Alina's documents, we have leverage, we make James tell the truth." "He won't talk," Marcus said. "He will if the alternative is prison," Sean replied. Marcus looked at the folder, at the evidence of his crimes. "What do you want from me?" "Everything," Sophia said. "You step down, transfer control to me, dismantle every illegal operation, and you help us prove James Carr killed my mother." "And if I do this?" "We keep the documents private, you retire quietly, no prosecution, no exposure." "And if I refuse?" "We release everything, you go to prison, the family collapses, choose." Marcus closed his eyes. "You're asking me to destroy my legacy." "Your legacy is already destroyed. I'm offering you a way to end this with dignity." Marcus sat down, looked at each of them. "You have your mother's strength, Sophia, her sense of justice. Is that a yes?" "That's a yes, but I need time to transfer things properly, to dismantle carefully, 6 months." 3 months, Sean countered. 4, some of these operations can't be shut down overnight without causing damage. Sophia looked at Sean, he nodded. 4 months, Sophia agreed, but you start tomorrow and you help us find James' car. I will. Marcus stood, extended his hand to Sophia. I'm sorry for all of it, your mother, your childhood, everything. Sophia didn't take his hand. Sorry doesn't fix anything. I know, but it's all I have. He left. Adrian exhaled. Did that just happen? We won, Sean said, not the way we wanted, but we won. Sophia didn't feel like she'd won, she felt empty. We still need to find James' car, she said. We will, Sean promised. But as they left the restaurant, Sophia saw the same man from before, Marcus's security, watching from across the street. She grabbed Sean's arm. We have a problem. Sean followed her gaze. The man was on his phone talking to someone. Who is that? Adrian asked. Current head of security, Sean said. Marcus's new James' car. Do you think Marcus warned him? Or someone else did? Sophia's phone buzzed. Unknown number, different than before. You just made a powerful enemy. Watch your back, JC. James' car. He knew they were coming for him. And he was ready. James' car was a ghost. No social media, no recent photos, no digital footprint beyond a Florida address that turned out to be a P.O. box. He's trained, Sean said, former military, probably knows how to disappear. But Marcus said he's in Florida, Adrian pointed out. Marcus said a lot of things, doesn't mean they're true. They were back in the safe house. Sophia couldn't return to her apartment, couldn't go to work, couldn't live her life while James' car was out there. How do we find him? She asked. Sean made calls, private investigators, former contacts, people who owed him favors. 2 days later they had a lead. James' car owned property in upstate New York, a cabin, remote, off-grid, purchased through a shell company 10 years ago. That's where he is, Sean said. I'd bet everything on it. So what do we do? Adrian asked. Drive up there and knock on his door. No, Sean said, we draw him out, make him come to us. How? We make him think we're vulnerable, that we're about to expose him, that his only choice is to stop us. Sophia shook her head. You want to use me as bait. I want to use all of us as bait, but controlled, with security, with backup, with every advantage. What if he doesn't come? He'll come, he's already watching, already planning, we just need to give him an opportunity he can't resist. They set it up carefully. Sophia would return to her apartment. Publicly, visibly, she'd let word spread that she had Alina's documents, that she was going to the authorities within 48 hours. The message would reach James, he'd have to act. I don't like this, Adrian said, too many variables. It's the only way, Sophia said, we can't hide forever, and we can't find him if he doesn't want to be found. Sean positioned security everywhere, the apartment, the lobby, the street, rooftops, every angle covered. Sophia moved back in that night. She couldn't sleep, every sound was a threat, every shadow a potential attack. Morning came, nothing happened. Sophia went to work, security followed, watched, waited. Still nothing. Maybe he's smarter than we thought, Adrian said that evening. Or maybe he's waiting for the right moment, Sean replied. The right moment came on day 3. Sophia was leaving work, walking to her car. Security was 20 feet behind. A man approached, older, fit, gray hair, casual clothes. Mrs. Blake, he said, I'm a friend of your uncle's. Marcus asked me to give you something. Sophia's training kicked in, she stepped back. I don't know you. James' car, he said calmly. I think you've been looking for me. Security moved forward. James raised his hands. I'm not here to hurt you, I'm here to talk. About what? About your mother, about the truth, about what really happened. Sean appeared beside Sophia. You have 30 seconds before my people take you down. James looked at him. Sean Blake, I've heard about you, good security, well trained, but this isn't about force, this is about information. Talk, Sophia said. Not here, too exposed, come with me, 1 hour, I'll tell you everything, then you decide what to do with it. Absolutely not, Sean said. Then you'll never know the truth, James replied, and you'll spend the rest of your life wondering if Marcus lied to you. Sophia looked at Sean, then at James. Where? Brooklyn Bridge Park, public, crowded, safe, 30 minutes. He walked away. Sean grabbed Sophia's arm. This is a trap. Maybe, but it's also our only lead. He could kill you. Not in public, not with witnesses, he's too smart for that. Adrian caught up to them. What's happening? James Carr just invited us to talk, Sophia said. And we're considering this. Why? Because I need to know what happened to my mother, I need to hear it from him. They argued, but Sophia was firm. 30 minutes later, they arrived at Brooklyn Bridge Park. Crowded families, tourists, joggers. James sat on a bench facing the water, alone, no visible weapons. Sophia approached. Sean and Adrian flanked her, security positioned throughout the park. Thank you for coming, James said. Talk, Sophia said. You have 10 minutes. James looked at her, really looked. You have her eyes, Alina's, same fire, same determination. Don't. I'm not trying to manipulate you, I'm stating a fact. She was strong, stronger than Marcus ever gave her credit for. Did you kill her? James was quiet. Then, yes. Sophia's world stopped. It wasn't supposed to happen that way, James continued. Marcus called me, panicked, said Alina was going to the authorities, asked me to delay her, to convince her to give him more time. What did you do? I went to her house, late, she was alone, David and you were asleep upstairs. I tried to reason with her, offered money, protection, anything to make her wait. She refused. She refused, said she was done protecting Marcus, done protecting a family that valued money over integrity. She said she was doing it for you so you'd grow up knowing right from wrong. Sophia's throat tightened. We argued, it got heated. She threatened to call the police right then, to have me arrested for trespassing, for threatening her. James stopped, his hands shook. I panicked, I grabbed her, tried to take her phone. She fought, harder than I expected. We struggled, she fell, hit her head on the kitchen counter. Silence. She was unconscious, bleeding. I knew I should call an ambulance, but I also knew it would lead back to Marcus, to the family, to everything. So you staged an accident, Sean said coldly. I put her in her car, drove to a remote road, made it look like she lost control, ran off into a ravine. It was raining, poor visibility, easy to believe. She was still alive. Sophia whispered. I don't know, maybe, probably. I told myself she was already dead, that I was just covering up an accident, but the truth is, I don't know if she died from the fall or from the crash. Sophia felt rage burning through her. You murdered my mother. Yes. And you let everyone believe it was an accident. Yes. Why are you telling me this now? James looked at her. Because I'm dying, lung cancer, 6 months maybe, and I'm tired of carrying this, tired of the lie. That's not redemption, Adrian said. I'm not looking for redemption, I'm looking for truth, the one thing your mother valued most. Did Marcus know? Sophia asked. Not at first, but he suspected. I told him a year later when the guilt was eating me alive. He paid me to disappear, to stay quiet, to let Alina's death stay an accident. He's as guilty as you are, Sean said. Yes, he is, but he didn't kill her, I did. Sophia stood, she couldn't sit anymore, couldn't be still. What about my father, David, did he know? No, he believed the accident story, grieved, fell apart, started using drugs to cope. I watched it happen, watched him destroy himself with guilt over not being there that night. You destroyed 2 families, Sophia said. I know, and I'll pay for it, not legally. I'll be dead before any trial, but in whatever comes after, I'll pay. Sophia pulled out her phone. This conversation is recorded, every word. You just confessed to murder. James nodded. I expected that. I want it recorded. I want the truth known. Why? Because your mother deserves justice, even if it comes 18 years late, even if I'm not alive to face it. Sean stepped forward. You could run, we give you a head start, you disappear for your last 6 months. No, James said, I'm done running, call the police, I'll turn myself in, I'll testify against Marcus if needed, I'll give you everything. Sophia looked at this man, this murderer, who'd stolen her mother, her father, her childhood. She dialed 911. Yes, she said when they answered, I need to report a murder, Brooklyn Bridge Park, the suspect is here, he's confessing. She gave details, stayed on the line, security kept James in place. Within minutes police arrived. James didn't resist, didn't run, just sat there as they cuffed him. Before they took him away, he looked at Sophia. For what it's worth, your mother was right about everything, about Marcus, about integrity, about doing it for you. She loved you more than anything. Sophia said nothing. They took him away. Sophia, Sean, and Adrian stood in silence. It's over, Adrian finally said. No, Sophia replied, now comes the hard part. What's the hard part? Deciding what to do about Marcus. They had everything now, the documents, the confession, the proof that Marcus knew and paid for silence. We could destroy him, Sean said, completely, legally, publicly. Or, Sophia asked. Or we let him finish dismantling the operations, transfer control to you, and exile him, no prosecution, no exposure, just gone. That's letting him get away with it. That's choosing the living over the dead. James will face justice, Marcus will lose everything. The family business gets cleaned up, you get your inheritance. Sophia looked at the water, thought about her mother, her father, the life stolen from her. I want him to know, she said. I want Marcus to know that I know everything, that I'm choosing mercy not because he deserves it but because my mother would have wanted it. Are you sure? Adrian asked. No, but I'm choosing it anyway. They met Marcus the next morning. Same restaurant, same table, different conversation. James confessed, Sophia said, to everything. He's in custody, he'll testify against you if we ask. Marcus's face crumbled. I didn't know he killed her, I swear, I just wanted her delayed. You knew enough, you paid him to disappear, to stay quiet. I made a mistake. You made a choice, the wrong one, and you've lived with it for 18 years. Marcus nodded slowly. Here's what's going to happen, Sophia continued. You finish the transfer, clean up the businesses, dismantle everything illegal, then you leave, you don't come back, you don't contact the family, you exile yourself. And James? James faces justice, full prosecution, whatever happens, happens. And me? You get to live, that's more than my mother got. Marcus looked at her with tears in his eyes. Thank you. Don't thank me, this isn't forgiveness, this is strategy. The family doesn't need 2 scandals, 1 confession is enough. Marcus stood. I'll have everything ready in 3 months, ahead of schedule. He left. Adrian turned to Sophia. You're stronger than I thought possible. I'm tired, Sophia said. That's all, tired of anger, tired of fighting, I just want it to end. It's ending, Sean said. You won. But Sophia didn't feel like a winner. She felt like a survivor. Again. 3 months later, everything changed. The transfer was complete. Sophia Morales Blake now controlled the family business. Marcus had dismantled every illegal operation, cleaned every connection, turned the empire into something legitimate. Then he disappeared, moved to Spain, no contact, no goodbyes, just gone. James Carr pleaded guilty, life in prison, he'd die there within the year. His confession had been detailed, complete, the case closed. Teresa never returned from Europe. She sent a letter, not an apology, just acknowledgement. She'd done what she'd done. Sophia had done what she'd done. They were even, they'd never speak again. Adrian stayed. He'd helped Sophia restructure the family businesses, supported every decision, proved he was more than his mother's son. I'm going back to school, he told her one morning. Architecture, what I actually want to do. Good, Sophia said. Will you be okay without me? I survived worse. He smiled. You did, you survived everything. They hugged. Real family, chosen family. After he left, Sophia stood in the office that used to be Marcus's. Now it was hers. She'd made changes, donated to foster care organizations, funded programs for displaced children, used the Morales money for something good. But the work felt empty. She realized why that evening. Sean came by the apartment. They'd barely spoken in weeks, both busy, both processing. I have something to tell you, Sean said. Sophia's heart dropped. You're leaving. What? No, why would you think that? Because everyone leaves eventually. Sean sat beside her. I'm not everyone. Then what? I've been thinking about our arrangement, the marriage, the protection. It was supposed to be temporary. Sophia felt cold. It was. But it's been almost a year. The threats are gone. You're safe now. You don't need me anymore. So you want out. I want to know what you want. Sophia looked at him, really looked. This man who'd protected her, taught her, stood beside her through everything. I don't know what I want, she admitted. That's honest. What do you want? Sean was quiet then. I want this to be real. Sophia's breath caught. I didn't expect it, Sean continued. This was supposed to be business, protection, strategy, but somewhere along the way I started caring about you, about us, about the life we've built. Sean, you don't have to say anything, I just needed you to know. If you want the marriage to end, I'll sign whatever you need, no questions, no drama, but if you want it to continue, I want it to be because you choose it, not because you need protection. Sophia felt tears building. I'm scared. Of what? Of wanting something, of letting someone matter. Every time I've done that, I've lost them. Sean took her hand. I'm not going anywhere, not unless you tell me to. You can't promise that. I can promise to try, every day, for as long as you'll let me. Sophia looked at their hands, intertwined, strong. I want this to be real too, she whispered. Sean smiled, really smiled. Yeah. Yeah, but I need time to figure out who I am without all the chaos, without the fighting. Take all the time you need, I'll be here. They sat together, not talking, just being. Sophia realized something. She'd spent her whole life surviving, running, fighting. Maybe it was time to live. The next morning, Sophia made a decision. She called a board meeting, all the remaining Morales family members, the ones who'd stayed, the ones who wanted to rebuild. I'm stepping back, she announced. Shock rippled through the room. Not stepping down, she clarified. Stepping back, I'll remain on the board, I'll vote on major decisions, but the day-to-day operations, someone else can handle that. Who? Someone asked. Adrian, when he's ready, when he finishes school. Until then, I'm hearing professionals, people who know what they're doing. What will you do? Yeah. Sophia smiled. Live. For the first time in my life, I'm going to actually live. She started small. Kept her job at the hotel. She liked the work, liked solving problems, liked being normal. She took classes, literature, history, things she'd never had time for. She met with Adrian weekly, coffee, lunch, building the relationship they'd never had. She went to therapy, processed everything, the trauma, the loss, the anger. And she worked on her marriage with Sean. Real dates, real conversations, learning each other outside of crisis. Tell me something you've never told anyone, Sean said one night. They were at dinner, nothing fancy, just a neighborhood restaurant. I used to pretend I had a family, Sophia said. In foster care, I'd imagine parents who were coming for me, who'd explain why I was gone, who'd take me home. That's heartbreaking. It was survival, hope kept me going. What do you hope for now? Sophia thought about it. Peace, not the absence of problems, just the presence of something stable, something I build instead of something I'm given. That's beautiful. That's exhausting, Sophia laughed, but worth it. 6 months passed. Sophia found a rhythm, work, school, family, marriage, everything balanced. She visited her mother's grave for the first time, brought flowers, told her everything. I found the truth, Sophia said to the headstone. James is in prison, Marcus is gone, your documents helped clean up everything you wanted fixed. The wind blew softly. I wish I'd known you, I wish I remembered, but I carry you anyway, in my choices, in my values, in the way I refuse to be owned. She stood. I'll come back, I promise. That night Sean found her on the balcony. You okay? He asked. I went to see my mother. How was it? Sad but also freeing, like I finally said goodbye to something I never really had. Sean wrapped his arms around her. Sophia leaned into him. I love you, he said quietly. Sophia froze. They'd never said it, not once in over a year. You don't have to say it back, Sean added. I just wanted you to know. Sophia turned, looked at him, this man who'd married her to protect her, who'd stayed because he wanted to. I love you too, she said. I didn't think I could, but I do. They kissed, not their first, but somehow different, chosen, real. A year after everything ended, Sophia stood in their apartment. Not the apartment Sean had given her, not the safe house, not a borrowed space. Their apartment, the one they'd chosen together. She looked out at New York, the city that had watched her struggle, survive, thrive. She wasn't invisible anymore, wasn't erased, wasn't hiding. She was Sophia Morales Blake, daughter of Alina Morales, heir to a complicated legacy, wife to Sean Blake, friend to Adrienne, owner of her own life. Protected but not owned. Respected but not controlled. Free. Her phone buzzed. Adrienne. Lunch tomorrow, I have news about school. She smiled, replied, always same place. Another message, this one from the Foster Care Foundation she'd started. 3 new kids placed in stable homes, thank you for making this possible. Her mother's money, used for good. Sophia set down her phone, looked at the reflection in the window. She saw a woman strong, scarred, surviving. But also living. Finally living. Sean came home, kissed her, good day. Really good day. Want to go out, stay in, what are you thinking? Sophia smiled, I'm thinking I get to choose and that's everything. They stayed in, cooked dinner together, talked about nothing important, laughed at stupid jokes. It was normal. It was beautiful. It was hers. Outside, New York continued, cars honked, people rushed, life happened. But inside, Sophia had finally found what she'd been searching for since childhood. Not a family who'd claim her. Not a past that made sense. Not revenge or justice or closure. Just a moment, a choice, a life. Protected by her own strength. Owned by no one. Free to become whoever she wanted. And that was enough. More than enough. It was everything.